Good evening and welcome to the Ogden City Council meeting of January 2nd, 2018. This is the 6 p.m. regular meeting. Please note that all council members are present. None have been asked to be excused. I just had to say that one last time. Next on our agenda is public comments. This is an opportunity to address the council regarding any concerns or ideas on any topic. Please state your name.
My name is Gary Schlottman. I live at 2726 Quincy Avenue in Ogden, Utah. The last time I stood before you, I really wasn't prepared with a lot of notes. So I went out and stepped into the public and got comments. And so I basically want to go what I found out with you. Okay? Basically, the majority of the people in Ogden City did not know that the chicken ordinance had passed. Okay. Out of those who had known about it, I had 84 who didn't know. The rest knew about it. And out of them, the 84, they was pretty adamant about accountability. Accountability seemed to be the big issue on the chickens. The other thing is licensing of the coops. If you don't license the chickens, at least license the coops. So accountability will be put on the inspectors for Ogden City to make sure that they're staying up to standards. Second on that there is when they put the coops in, you have a first-time inspection, and you've got certain boundaries and restrictions that have to be met. What stops them from doing that, and then all of a sudden pushing them back up against their fence or over in the corner. I say that that chicken coop should be put on a cement pad for the simple reason this keeps animals from not being underneath them. It keeps the raccoons out. It keeps the skunks out. It stops the rats and mice and what else from making homes underneath it. So if it's on a cement pad, it can be easily cleaned. Okay? Then the fourth thing on it that they wanted to know is, who do we call? Who do we call to get a complaint taken care of? The one lady says, I've called animal control. They say it's not their problem. She called building inspections, and they said it's not their problem. Okay? So basically, it's accountability. Everybody wants accountability for it. Then one lady said to me quickly, I'd like to keep my miniature horses in Ogden. They're no bigger than a greyhound dog. Why can't I keep my miniature horses? They ran me off of my place up by the mouth of Ogden Canyon. I had to close up and move up to Huntsville. I'm sure you all remember no Blue Ribbon Stables. Okay? The next lady, I don't even want to read this. She says, I want to keep monkeys in Ogden because I think it's a three-ring circus. And I says, let's don't go there. Okay? So I just hope that, the last item on it is, how does the public get to know what's going on in these meetings? One lady says, I don't have the computer, and I won't take the standard examiner. She says, I watch a little TV. I says, watch Channel 17. I'd like to see Channel 17, at least the week before, put out an agenda for the meeting for the following week so that people can see what's going to be happening here and that they can basically come down and be part of this. As you can see, last time we was here, this place was fully packed. Look at who's here this time.
All right, I think, is that, yeah, your time is up.
I thank you for your time. I congratulate you on your new appointment. Have a good time with us because we're going to have a real good year. Thank you.
Thanks, Gary. Please.
Anyway, My name is David Tim, and I live here in Ogden on Quincy Avenue. And, one of my biggest fears is, I handle and work with a lot of service animals. And, just walking around in a neighborhood with my service animal, I'm still attacked or barked at by dogs. And, if you can't enforce your dog laws and stuff you have in place, what are you going to do with the chickens? I mean, you people weren't thinking any farther than the end of your nose and how many votes those chicken people were going to give you the next time around. They're not considering. We have chickens living on our street. They've been living on our street for 8 years. And I know for a fact that they've been called in and reported, but nobody's ever done anything to them, and now they can legally have them. So, like Gary said, enforcement has to come with this in a very large way. And just for example, you guys, all the prices of homes are going up in Ogden. Everybody wants to move to Ogden. I don't want to move into Ogden and spend $200,000 on a home with a chicken coop right next to me. So when I go out in the evening in the summertime, sit out there and smell the chicken crap, think about it. Maybe they'll move into your backyard. You wait. Even if you live on the other side of Harrison, move right in beside you when you're out there having your hamburgers. Oh, that smells great. That's part of the enforcement. It has to be taken care of. And I thank you.
Thank you, David. Mayor or Mark, will you just address, who would they call if they did have a question? You've been working on that.
This is such a new ordinance, and we had the week. I don't know that we've really figured all that out yet, but I will be figuring out tomorrow, and then we'll make sure we put it on the website.
Animal control would be the first point of contact with that. And so we'll work on that. We took notes on everything you said. We appreciate your comments.
All right. Any other comments?
Mark, do your daughters want to come up?
No more comments from you?
Nope, I think.
What about the concern where if you don't have a computer, can you still get the agenda for our meetings on what happens on the meetings that transpire here?
The agendas are posted at the library,
Okay.
so they could see them. They're posted there every Friday. Oh, no, not anymore.
We don't have a library.
That's right, we don't have a library now.
When we get the library back, we'll post them there.
We do post them in this building on Friday afternoons.
We posted in the Golden Hour Center?
We don't.
We could.
Just wondered.
Also probably by email. Do we have, agendas go out by email?
They have to sign up, though.
What about in this building? Do we have our agenda posted in this
Downstairs.
building? Okay.
Good question.
I like the idea of posting it on Channel 17, though, when it's available. That might be something to look at, see if there's a way to do that.
All right. Good comment. Next on our agenda is new business and the election of council chair. So at this point, I would like to open nominations up for council chair. Any nominations? I'd like to nominate Rich Heyer.
And I will nominate Marcia Way.
Sorry. Thank you. I laugh for other reasons. Thank you. Other nominations? If you don't mind, I know that in order, second nominated candidate, I really appreciate the nomination. However, I have spent the last 2 years as chair and the year prior to that as vice chair, and it's time to let go of leadership. And so I appreciate it. I have had a lot of fun leading everyone, and just It's time for me to leave this center spot. So I appreciate the nomination and thank you.
Okay.
So please, now would you do your comments?
Are the nominations over?
I was looking around.
Okay. I'm honored to be nominated, and after serving a year with Chair White, she has performed very well as chair. She's been very responsive to comments that other council members had to help her to be more, more outreach, et cetera. She has been focused on a lot of things, and it is not my desire to put any of those things to rest. It is my desire to serve as chair to be a representative of the will of the council, and it's my hope that if there are things that are noticed or comments or concerns that any of you would have, that you would bring them forward and that they would get a place to be aired, to make sure that they get the attention that is due, that's important to that. That's kind of my whole platform, if you will, to make sure that our council gets heard and that we can bring our messages to some unity, find where the unity will be, and to move forward with those items. That's all.
So,
Ready for a motion?
yeah,
With that, I will go ahead and make a motion that we approve Councilmember Hire to serve as council chair. We're that far, right?
yes.
To serve as council chair for 2018.
I second it.
Sorry, I was just making sure that I had that right. We have a motion by Councilmember Blair, second by Councilmember Stevens, to approve Richard Hire as the council chair for 2018. This is a roll call vote.
Councilmember Blair,
Aye.
Councilmember Schoberka, Councilmember Hire,
Aye.
Councilmember Lopez,
Aye.
Councilmember Nadolski, Councilmember Stevens,
Aye.
Councilmember White.
Aye. That passes.
Thank you all.
Congratulations.
I appreciate the confidence. Thank you all. And the words I uttered were not hollow. Please give me all the input that you think is important that I have. So, and thank you, Chair White, for the year that you have spent. There are lots and lots and lots of hours and extra things that you attend as a chair that maybe even the other council members don't even know at all. So I don't know if you've ever done the math, but probably at least double the amount of time for it. So thank you for the service that you've put forth the last 3 years in leadership, and this will give you a little bit of a rest. But
Yeah, don't worry.
I hope you'll still stay engaged. I rely a lot on your input. I learned a long time ago that my wife, being a female, sees things differently than I do. And I'm happy that Angela's here. The perspectives that we have is they're all good, and if we miss some of them, we're going to be it costs us. So please bring your points of view to the front.
That won't be hard.
Okay.
Next on the agenda is the election of vice chair, council vice chair. We're open to nominations.
Chair White, I would like to nominate Councilmember Nadolski to serve as vice chair for the year 2018.
Other nominations?
I nominate Bart Blair.
All right. Councilmember Nadolski.
Thank you, Chair White. First, thank you for your time spent in your service in the position of leadership. Councilmember Heyer said there are lots and lots and lots of hours. I'm here to tell you there are lots and lots and lots of fun things to do in Ogden that you now get to do. Extra time. So, yeah, so thank you for doing that. Thank you for the nomination, Councilmember Lopez. I'm often reminded of the progress we have made as a council. I wasn't here, obviously, before my time here, but I've heard lots of stories, and I think that there is many stories and lessons of growth throughout the years. And I think that this council continues to grow, that the leadership that you, Chair White, and others have provided have allowed for that growth to happen. And I see the opportunity as an opportunity to represent the council, not to consolidate any kind of power or authority, but to create opportunities for more communication moving forward, and for this council to continue to collaborate and to be communicative as we do this, because doing so allows us to set aside politics and focus on progress. So that is my intent.
Like to hear from me? Yes, please. Well, first of all, thank you, Councilmember Stevens, for surprising me and nominating me. I appreciate that. I would first just like to lend my support to Councilmember Nadolski. I think he has made great strides as a council member, and I think he would do very well serving in this capacity, and I would like to throw all of my support behind Councilmember Nadolski. I think he and new Chair Heyer, would be a wonderful team, and it's a team I'd be happy to work under. So I appreciate your confidence in me, but I believe that Councilmember Nadolski would serve better there.
Chair White, is it appropriate to make a nomination now, or to make a motion? So I'd like to, in lieu of the Councilmember Blair declining, I'd like to make a nomination or a motion to select Council Vice Chair, select as Council Vice Chair Councilmember Nadolski.
I'd second that.
Second. Urge and force, probably, for that, too.
I'll give that. We have a motion by Councilmember Lopez to approve Councilmember Nadolski to serve as Council Vice Chair for 2018. The second by Vice Chair Heyer. This is a roll call vote.
Councilmember Choberka.
Aye.
Councilmember Heyer.
Aye.
Councilmember Lopez.
Aye.
Councilmember Nadolski.
Aye.
Councilmember Stevens.
Aye.
Councilmember White.
Aye.
Councilmember Blair.
Aye.
All right, congratulations. All right, next on the agenda is the administration of oath of office for both council chair and vice chair. And I was waiting, it was hard to hear my name in that. Now I'm going to have to listen again. Yeah, no, I didn't have to worry.
Where it's going to be now.
There you go.
Chair and Vice Chair, please stand. Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I do solemnly swear
I do solemnly swear
that I will support, obey, and defend
I will support, obey, and defend
the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of Utah, and that I will discharge the duties of my office with fidelity. Congratulations.
I'll just finish the agenda. Comments from the mayor.
Congratulations to Chair Heyer and Vice Chair Nadolski. I think you guys will serve well, and I look forward to working with you. And then a huge debt of gratitude to Marcia White for your 3 years in leadership. You're all correct that it does take a whole different workload. Appreciate your willingness to do that, and I think you've served the position extremely well, so we appreciate your service.
Council members.
Chair White, I would like to actually thank Gary for last time when we were here debating the issue of chickens. I know he was one of the few, if not only or two people, but definitely one of the few that stood up and spoke against the ordinance, and I wanted to thank him last time for doing that, and I didn't get a chance to, so I'm glad that he came back, and I just wanted to say thank you for showing up and for expressing your opinions, and I hope that someone from our council staff might be able to follow up with him on his concerns about accessing the agenda. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Are we commented out?
Yeah. Speaking for myself, yes.
Yes. Well, thank you, everyone, for sticking it out with us, and I appreciate everyone's willingness to be here tonight and to, like they said, or like I think you said, put your hat in the ring. Somebody said that. Mayor, maybe you.
You know, we ought to do one thing first, though. It seems appropriate that this is Brittany's last meeting with us. We ought to do something to, I don't know, what can we do for her?
We can do this.
Your picture.
Yeah.
There's Amy Sue.
Yeah.
Let me see who can get it. With that,
Well, I think she's done a great job, and I appreciate the effort. She's always there to help us and assist wherever needed, and I believe that wherever she goes, she'll be successful in what she's doing. It's a great opportunity, and I hope that it's the opportunity that will be beneficial for you.
Well said.
agreed.
We're going to miss you, Brittany.
Yep. I still have your cell phone.
Yeah, I do.
All right.
Motion to adjourn?
Second.
Motion by Councilmember Lopez and second by Vice Chair / Chair Heyer. This is a voice vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, that's a wrap for this first one of the year.